What opportunities and challenges does computing present to assessment for learning? Our lives have been transformed by technology over the past few decades, and it is not surprising that in the 21st century people need new skills to cope with this new digital society. Alongside these new skills come new opportunities and challenges for using technology for both formative and summative assessment. According to Ofsted 2011, summative assessment for computing in primary schools is a weakness as the use of ICT across the curriculum is only occasionally tracked or recorded. This is supported by Berry 2013, who suggested that because of the subject's predominantly hands-on nature, that involves mostly group work, practical activities and cross-curricular links, it makes it hard for teachers to judge the individual pupil's knowledge in computing alone. Previously, assessment for computing was conducted the same as any other foundation subject, using the same descriptive levels throughout. However, a national curriculum review by the Department for Education 2011 saw that the levels could cause barriers to the performance of the system, as pupils become more concerned with what level they are at rather than the fabric of what they have actually learned. The review recommended that as part of the reforms to the national curriculum, the current system of levels used to report children's attainment and progress should be removed. In a letter to Tom Oates, Gove responded to the review by removing the assessment levels, stating that it was to ensure that it is understood every child is expected to master all the content. Gove 2012. Now, attainment in the curriculum merely states that children should all know and apply the skills in their programme of study, which not only clearly links attainment to what people have learned, but also gives schools the freedom to implement their own approaches to formative assessment. There is currently no replacement for the level descriptors form of assessment. However, one way of moving away from the old style would be for schools to encourage a more technology-based form of assessment for learning, such as e-assessment, which creates self-regulated learners who can leave school able to continue learning throughout technology. E-assessment is a form of assessment that is slowly being integrated into schools. It is a term that began to be widely used in the 1990s and is defined as the use of information technology for any assessment-related activity. Vector 2008. This embraces a wide range of student activity ranging from the use of word processor to on-screen testing and class blogs. E-assessment can have a range of positive impacts on learning as it can be integrated into different subjects and units of work to provide immediate feedback and assessment for pupils. In on-screen tests, the use of randomized questions can be repeatedly used by students for formative assessment throughout a topic while still providing the opportunity for summative assessment at its end, which is 2007. There is also opportunity for the use of media elements such as sound, video, animations, and interaction, which can offer a more appealing and engaging assessment for those with both physical and cognitive disabilities. Another form of e-assessment is the e-portfolio. This is an online area where pupils upload their work and it is assessed online. For example, a school blog which provides much richer evidence for learning of summative assessment, as it allows for different formats such as Word processed documents, spreadsheets, images, video and sound files to be used. Chris 2007. One school that I have worked with had their classes collect evidence for what they had learnt during computing in a weekly blog. Each week they had to talk a little about what they had physically done on the computer and then reflect on what they thought they had learnt. This was a great form of self-assessment and also facilitated peer assessment through enabling the pupils to leave constructive feedback on each other's blogs. Although there are ample opportunities for both formative and summative assessment using technology and e-assessment, according to Turvey et al. 2014, the move from old level descriptors also provide challenges. Level descriptors are rooted in many teachers' initial training and their practices, as well as the systems schools have in their foundation subjects. Moreover, it is difficult to set the children into ability groups for computing, as there is such a wide range of abilities and tasks that children can do on computers. Because of this and the fact that there is no set guidelines as to how schools must assess ITT, many choose to continue to use level descriptors, despite the argument that they are a barrier to learning. This is supported by Berry 2013.